Hello and welcome to Mechwarrior Online. Today I'm doing a quick review of the Catapult C1, and I call this guy a Apophis. And what I really like about this particular guy is, well, it's a catapult. I was really against these things for a long time, and it took me a long time to really get into really liking these, but now I really love them. And this one is no different. What makes this one special versus the C4 variant is instead of having four missiles, it has two missiles, but you get four laser points. So you have four energy weapons and two missile weapons. And that makes this for a very fun build. Not to mention, if you look at these at a glance, they look basically identical to the rest of the missile pod catapults. Obviously, you'd never confuse this with a Joker because a Joker doesn't even look like this. But let's take a look. So I've got two LRM-20s with Artemis. Wow. And then for ammo, I'm running 4.5 tons of ammo, which actually does work out really well. I had to add a little bit of case protection so I could put that extra half a ton on board, but it was worth it. I went with an advanced sensor package because it helps a lot with the zoom. Instead of going with small X-pulse lasers, I went with 4-ear medium lasers, and that really works out as well. Also, I have a double heatsink on board and a XL275, so you do have to be very conscious of your build and taking hits in firepower, because if you lose a torso, it's over in a clan mech or an inner mech. But these LRM-20s are really nice. If you've seen my video about the difference between clan LRMs and inner sphere LRMs, you know that the inner sphere LRMs have a slight advantage, and with Artemis it even amplifies it. So this really does put out the damage really nicely. Heat management is 1.34, firepower is 60, and speed is 68.5. It's not terrible. Let's talk about the quirks. Missile cooldown, minus 30%. That really allows you to fire these a lot more often. Range, plus 10%. The range on these, I believe, is set at 1125. Yeah, 1125 range, which is still much better than the clan counterpart. I think the my best, my Nova Cat Cobra Cat, I think the range on that one is 1080. Anyway, missile velocity, plus 10%. Laser duration, minus 10%. And then overall range, plus 10%. Structures, survivability. So left arm and right arm, you're getting plus 15. And then the center torso, you're getting plus 8. Not that impressive. But left torso and right torso, you're getting plus 6. And the left and right arm for structure, you're getting plus 7. And legs, you're getting plus 6. Now, sensor range, plus 100%. Extra consumable slot, which is really nice, plus 1. And then UAV capacity, also plus 1. Now, what I'm taking advantage on this, whoops, I guess I forgot to add something here. I wonder how that got taken off. I don't understand. Oh well. So I normally run 2 cool shots and a UAV, but because this one has the option for the secondary, I have 2 UAVs to go with this one. So this really delivers out on the firepower, and because it fires so often and so quickly, with the cooldown, it's normally 4.3, and this is actually 3. So that makes it really nice to be able to fire more often. Let me show you the skills that I've added. Now, because it already has a really good cooldown, I didn't add any additional. But I went with maximum range so I could get that range that I wanted. Heat generation, velocity, missile features, skeletal density, armor hardening, a little bit of reinforced casing because I do have a tendency to get into tanky situations. Overheat damage protection, absolutely a must. Survivability and cool run and heat containment, I consider these to be armor. If you've watched any of my videos, you can understand why. Target decay, absolutely a must, especially with an inner sphere mech. If they had 6 for target decay, I'd have 6 for target decay. Because the nice thing about the LRMs on Innersphere mechs is they go up and over the top of targets a lot better than clan mechs do. Clan mechs suck at it. So I went with seismic sensor, so when I'm standing as a platform I can detect mechs coming up on me, and that's how you get back into having spatial awareness. Sensor range, but more importantly radar deprivation. And usually it's 2 cool shots in a UAV, but this is 2 cool shots and 2 UAVs. And I basically just pair these up left and right for the lasers, and I fire them on chain fire so that way I don't produce too much heat. But I fire both of the LRM-20s simultaneously every single time. And it's just really devastating, especially if you get a good hit on a Innersphere or a clan light mech. It really makes a huge difference. The downside that the LRM-20s have on Innersphere mechs is that they have a minimum range. At 180 meters, they still do damage, but at 179, they do 0. They don't do anything. And on clan mechs, they will do some damage below that 180 meter mark. So it's kind of a trade-off. Now, we know already, based on the skills and quirks that I have added to my mech, that mine goes all the way out to 1125 for range. And this also has the the additional missile crit damage of plus 15%, so that really makes a huge difference on this weapon. So anyway, this is my quick review of this mech. Really love it. At a glance, nobody can tell if you're driving an A1, a C4, or a C1, and they're going to be very surprised when they detect when they get those 4 energy weapons as defense, because the A1 doesn't have any energy weapons, and the C4 only has 2.